Language is always changing and evolving, which means that language differences arise naturally. So whether we drink soda or pop, whether we pronounce it aunt or aunt, whether we use isn't or ain't, language tells us something about who we are as Americans. But these and other kinds of grammatical differences or differences in pronunciation or word choice or even in intonation can have serious implications in the classroom. Students don't leave their language patterns at the door when they come to school, and neither do teachers. But miscommunications can sometimes happen when teachers and students assume that they're speaking according to the same linguistic and cultural conventions, but in fact, different norms may be in use. I recently co-authored a book, Understanding English Language Variation in U.S. Schools, which provides information about language variation, plus many well-tested strategies to support linguistically informed teaching. My co-author and I have worked with hundreds of teachers throughout the U.S., particularly in Maryland and Virginia, and our research has investigated how best to integrate knowledge of language variation into classroom teaching. For example, in one of my partnerships with the Baltimore City Public High School, teachers had students write skits in a style that was linguistically comfortable for them. They performed the skits for the class, and then they wrote them out as formal essays. One teacher said that this technique was particularly effective for one of her struggling students because the dialogue that he wrote in the skit was then a bridge for him to later write and revise his essay. In another project, students worked on building their vocabulary by writing rap lyrics and poems that used their own creative style while also incorporating SAT words. These types of strategies help students both value the language varieties they bring with them from home and develop their literacy skills in standardized English. These and other kinds of real-world scenarios in which we're applying knowledge about language variation to classroom situations are one critical way that linguists and teachers can work together to help students achieve success.